Once upon a time, in the forgotten depths of a desolate village, there lived a vampire named Roderick, cursed to an everlasting existence. Roderick was no ordinary vampire. His malevolence knew no bounds. Rumored to be the offspring of a ghostly seductress and a wicked sorcerer, Roderick possessed powers far beyond his vampire brethren. In life, Roderick had been a charismatic and influential nobleman. But when darkness consumed his soul, the town began to fear his wickedness, prompted by his insatiable longing for blood. The villagers soon became victims of his nocturnal tyranny. The nights were filled with their agonized screams, as Roderick would descend upon his prey with ruthless precision. The villagers lived in constant terror, fearing the approach of dusk as Roderick emerged from his tomb. His haunting presence cast an eerie shadow over their once peaceful lives. Children trembled under their blankets, too afraid to sleep, for they knew Roderick would bring them vivid nightmares. The adults became gaunt and weary, their dreams giving way to horrifying visions of death and despair. Roderick reveled in the chaos he had created, taking pleasure in the suffering he inflicted. He drew power not just from the blood he consumed, but from the fear that gripped the hearts of his victims. Each drop of blood he stole, each nightmare he bestowed upon them, fueled his insatiable appetite for malevolence. His lair hidden within an ancient graveyard, Roderick would emerge like a phantasm, gliding silently through the moonlit streets. No door, window, or lock could keep him at bay. His piercing crimson eyes sought out those foolish enough to believe they could escape his wrath. Roderick's reign of terror seemed unstoppable, until one fateful night, a young woman named Alara arrived in the village. Bearing an enigmatic aura, she possessed a power that intrigued and frightened Roderick. Alara, with her resilient spirit and unwavering determination, refused to succumb to Roderick's darkness. A battle of wills ensued as Alara sought to free the villagers from Roderick's clutches. Armed with her knowledge of ancient incantations and blessed relics, she waged war against the malevolent beast. As the moon reached its zenith, the clash between light and darkness reached its peak. As the battle between Alara and Roderick reached its climactic peak, there crackled with tension. The once sleepy village now a battlefield of light and darkness. The haunting echo of their powers reverberated through the night. They clashed, each unleashing their formidable abilities upon the other, the sounds of their struggle echoing in the distance. Alara's energy surged forth like a beacon of hope, radiating with a purity Roderick couldn't comprehend. She wielded ancient symbols and incantations, her voice piercing the silence as she chanted incantations long forgotten. But Roderick's darkness was formidable, his malevolence unmatched. With each attack, he sought to extinguish her light, to infect her with the same darkness that consumed his soul. As the moon bathed the battlefield in its ethereal glow, Alara's trembling hand gripped a vial of sacred water. The liquid shimmered with a divine essence, capable of repelling even the most potent of evil forces. With her remaining strength, she unleashed the water in a torrent towards Roderick, who recoiled in pain as it seared his pale flesh. But Roderick, though weakened, was not defeated. Furious at Alara's audacity, he summoned the shadows to envelop him, merging his existence with the darkness itself. With his newfound power, he emerged from the inky depths, a monstrous amalgamation of malevolence and decay. Alara's heart dropped at the sight before her. Roderick had become an abomination, a twisted mockery of his former self. His eyes glowed with an unholy fire, his elongated fangs piercing through his ghostly visage. He lunged towards Alara, his claws ready to tear her apart. In a desperate attempt to survive, Alara channeled the very essence of light within her. A radiant energy erupted from her core, engulfing her body in a brilliant halo of luminescence. The light pushed against the encroaching darkness, creating a buffer between her and the monstrous vampire. As the two forces clashed, a blinding explosion of light erupted, sending shockwaves through the village. The impact tore at the fabric of reality, shattering homes and scattering debris in its wake. The villagers cowered in their hiding places, their prayers merging with the chaotic symphony of destruction. In the aftermath of the cataclysmic battle, the village lay in ruins, its charred remnants a testament to the horrors that had unfolded. Smoke billowed from the decimated structures, casting an eerie haze over the once idyllic surroundings. The air hung heavy with a foreboding silence, broken only by the faint murmurs of survivors and the haunting wind that whispered through the remnants of shattered windows. Alara emerged from the debris, her body covered in soot and grime. Her once vibrant aura diminished but not extinguished. Her eyes surveyed the desolation, her heart aching for the innocent lives lost and the ones forever changed. She knew she had to press on, to find closure in this nightmarish tale that had unfolded before her. As Alara ventured deeper into the ruined heart of the village, dread clung to her like a tattered cloak. Every step she took echoed with the weight of uncertainty. Each corner turned held the potential for a horrific revelation. She could feel Roderick's presence looming, his malevolence intertwining with the shadows that flickered on the broken walls. But despite her weariness, Alara's resolve remained unyielding. She carried within her a belief that the remaining shreds of goodness within Roderick could be reached, that redemption, no matter how remote, might still be possible. With every ounce of strength left within her, she continued her hunt, determined to free him from the abyss that consumed his soul. Nightfall returned, wrapping the village in a cloak of darkness. A moonless sky offered no solace, only serving to heighten the palpable tension that hung in the air. Alara, guided by her unwavering intuition, navigated the labyrinthine streets, drawn towards a dilapidated mansion at the edge of town, an ancient relic that spoke of forgotten secrets and hidden atrocities. The creaking door swung open with a wretched groan, revealing a cavernous interior swallowed by darkness. Alara stepped cautiously inside, her body bathed in her faint luminescence. The air was thick with an otherworldly stillness, as if every creak of floorboards and whisper of wind held a secret waiting to be unraveled. As Alara moved deeper into the mansion's murky depths, she stumbled upon a chamber of horrors. The walls were adorned with grotesque tapestries depicting scenes of agony and despair, while shelves lined with jars of preserved organs bore witness to Roderick's unyielding appetite for darkness. But amidst the gruesome spectacle, she discovered a hidden passage, obscured by a tattered tapestry. Heart pounding in her chest, Alara ventured down the concealed path, the stale air suffocating her senses. Deeper and deeper she went, until at last she stood before an ornate stone door, covered in arcane markings. It pulsated with an ominous energy, vibrating with the malignant force that had consumed Roderick. With trepidation etched upon her face, Alara pressed her trembling hand against the door. The room beyond was a realm of visceral nightmares, adorned with artifacts of malevolence and decay. Alara's breath caught in her throat as she witnessed Roderick, half dead and torn between his monstrous instincts and vanishing humanity. Their eyes met in an anguished gaze, a moment of recognition amidst the chaos. A flicker of remorse danced within Roderick's darkened eyes, an acknowledgement of the atrocities he had committed. Alara's light beckoned to him, calling upon the slivers of humanity dormant within his cursed existence. As Alara engaged in a silent battle of wills with the tormented vampire, a flicker of hope amidst the shadows began to emerge. Roderick, caught in the crossroads of his existence, teetered on the precipice of redemption and damnation. The glimmers of his forgotten humanity fought to resurface, clawing against the grip of the insidious darkness that had imprisoned his soul. Days turned into nights, and nights blurred into a continuous cycle of uncertainty as Alara remained steadfast in her quest. To save Roderick, she delved deep into forbidden tomes, unearthing ancient rituals and lost remedies that promised a sliver of salvation. Armed with newfound knowledge, she risked everything to perform the rites that might break Roderick free from the curse that bound him. The moon, witness to their tumultuous struggle, waxed and waned above the desolate village. It played a silent symphony alongside the whispered secrets of night, as if orchestrating the threads of destiny entwined within the darkness. Alara and Roderick danced through their own desperate choreography, clinging to the faint glimmers of connection that fluttered between them. Together, they ventured into forbidden realms, gathering relics and elixirs said to be imbued with ancient powers. The very fabric of existence seemed to tremble under Roderick's presence, marking a pivotal moment for both light and darkness. With every step forward, Alara could see Roderick's torment escalating, a crude reminder that the path to redemption was arduous, fraught with potential setbacks and treacherous obstacles. As their journey neared its zenith, they found themselves standing at the edge of an abyss, both literal and metaphorical. Alara cast her gaze into the depths, her eyes tracing the delicate tendrils of light that cascaded from an unseen source. She knew that within that ethereal glow lay the hope they both desperately sought. With trembling determination, they descended into the void, navigating through intricate labyrinths of forgotten realms. Each corridor seemed to mock their quest with twisted illusions, testing their unwavering resolve. Yet they pressed on, and yielding to the forces that sought to divert or destroy them, through trials that sought to strip them of their purpose. Alara and Roderick's connection grew stronger, their bond a fragile bridge built upon shared pain and a desire for redemption, held steadfast against the raging torrents of darkness that surged around them. As they approached the heart of the netherworld, the malevolent forces threatened to consume them entirely. The final confrontation awaited, shrouded in an enigmatic fog that obscured the answers they sought. Would Alara succeed in freeing Roderick from his cursed existence? Or would the darkness that clung to his soul claim them both in its everlasting embrace? In the heart of the netherworld, where the lines between dreams and nightmares blurred, Alara and Roderick faced their ultimate reckoning. It was a realm where time held no meaning, and every decision carried weight as heavy as the darkened skies above. Their steps echoed through a desolate expanse, the air dense with foreboding energies. They could feel the malevolence, the ancient power that called this realm home, lurking around them. Alara's heart raced, beating in rhythm with the pulse of uncertainty, while Roderick, burdened by the weight of his past, fought the relentless pull of the shadows that beckoned him. A figure materialized from the swirling mist, its ethereal presence commanding attention. It was a specter of immense power, a being that personified the very essence of the netherworld. Eyes devoid of humanity locked onto Roderick, assessing his worthiness, testing his resolve. The specter's voice, a chilling blend of whispers and echoes, rumbled through the void. Will you embrace your darkness, Roderick, or will you fight for redemption? Roderick trembled, torn between the allure of his own twisted desires and the flickering beacon of salvation Alara embodied. Something within him stirred, memories long suppressed yet not forgotten. Swallowing his fear, he found the strength to confront the malevolent specter. I choose redemption, Roderick declared, his voice steady, resonating with a newfound conviction. He turned to Alara, searching for solace in her unwavering gaze. For the countless lives I've taken, for the nightmares I've wrought, I bear the weight of my sins. But with Alara by my side, redemption is not elusive, it is within reach. Alara reached out, her hand intertwining with Roderick's, a lifeline of hope in a sea of darkness. We face the netherworld together, she affirmed, her voice resonating with an unshakable belief that love and forgiveness could conquer even the darkest of souls. In a flurry of ethereal energies, the specter's form shifted, changing from a harbinger of despair to an entity imbued with possibilities. Its voice softened, filled with a hint of compassion long forgotten. If your intentions hold true, your trials shall be your penance. May the light you seek guide you both. With those words, they were transported to a realm teetering between light and darkness. A series of arduous tasks awaited them, designed to test their resolve and purify their spirits. Alara and Roderick faced trials that mirrored their past atrocities, each demanding they confront their inner demons and conquer the darkness within. Through countless struggles, they shared tears and laughter, moments of triumph and crushing setbacks. Their bond grew stronger with each challenge overcome, forming a shield against the malevolence that sought to tear them apart. Side by side, they faced their own personal abysses, unearthing hidden strengths and depths of forgiveness they never thought possible. At last, standing on the precipice of completion, Alara and Roderick stared into a cavernous chasm, an abyss that housed both their ultimate redemption and the risk of eternal damnation. Their intertwined hands tightened, channeling the power of love and the strength of forgiveness. With a final surge of determination, they stepped into the abyss, shattering the chains that bound them. A blinding light erupted from their unified hearts, waging war against the remnants of darkness that clung desperately to Roderick's soul. In that cataclysmic clash, the forces of light triumphed, banishing the malevolence that had tormented Roderick for centuries. With newfound freedom, Roderick emerged, a changed being, the embodiment of forgiveness and resilience. Alara, by his side, her love now intertwining with the remnants of darkness she had helped banish, gazed at him with adoration and awe. Their journey wasn't over, the scars of their tainted past forever etched upon their souls. But in each other, they found solace and the promise of a future filled with healing and redemption. United, they would emerge from the netherworld, facing an uncertain world with a shared purpose, a testament to the triumph of light over darkness, and the eternal power of compassion over cruelty. And so, their haunting tale, a symphony of terror and redemption, finds its end. But their journey continues beyond the confines of this dark story, echoing through the annals of time as a testament to the indomitable human spirit and the capacity for even the most malevolent beings to find a path back to humanity.